So me being a giant idiot didn't realize that I didn't even like introduce myself. So this is at the end of the video, but I'm recording the intro now. Hi, my name is Ty. I'm 28 years old and I live in San Antonio, Texas. This is going to be my first video talking about my issues and body dysmorphia. I honestly have no idea how this video is going to turn out. I feel awkward because I know that there's people in the house right now and dogs outside that keep barking and they never shut up. But I was sitting here and I was contemplating like what should be the first thing that I talk about. Then I thought, I mean, why not talk about something that actually matters? Oh god, okay, I need to stop being awkward. This is weird. Just having a conversation, right? So something that is important to me, which is, I guess, my battle with body dysmorphia. When I was a young kid, I was a chubby little kid. I ate everything in the house. Like literally my parents would go into my room and they would find like snacks and everything like that and hidden in places, and like it got to the point where like even my family would like blame me for eating things in the house if things would disappear. They'd be like, oh, Ty ate it. So I grew up and I didn't really think too much about it. I mean, I knew that I was, I knew I was chubby. It didn't really bother me too much. Got to the point later on, whenever I decided to join the military, that I realized like, hey, I'm like super out of shape. Like I couldn't even run like a mile in like 20 minutes. That's like how bad it was. I got through basic training and I decided that I wanted to make this change in my life. Not really thinking too much about it. I mean, there were a lot of things that went into my, there go the dogs. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with this barking. I've tried to get them to shut up like 3 times and they're just not gonna stop. So, the reason, back to what I was saying, that I decided that I needed to lose weight, obviously, was to maintain my career standards. And then I also got into the whole rut of finding out how I guess there's no better way to say it than shallow the gay community is whenever it comes to finding yourself a mate. So I thought about it and I was like, damn, well, what do I find attractive? What are the type of people that I find attractive? And it typically ended up being someone that was in shape and your typical, let's say, European standards of beauty. So I guess tall, light-skinned, blonde hair, blue-eyed, would ended up being pretty much the picture of my ex-husband, which is a totally different story on its own. But I decided that I wanted to lose weight and I wanted to get in shape because I felt that if I wanted to find a partner, I needed to look like that partner, which is my first mistake right there. But it kept developing more and more into an issue as I kept losing weight. Got into pretty decent shape and I was actually like a shop boy at a bar and I would bartend and like I bartended in my underwear, one because it helped me kind of I guess feel a little bit better about all the work that I put in, and it kind of broke me out of that rut of feeling shitty about my body, because I would get compliments and I would get relatively decent tips by bartending that way, but it continued to turn into something deeper than that. So now that this is before I met my ex-husband, when I lost all the weight, I was in great shape, I was bartender, I was doing shots, shot boy at a gay bar and all that stuff. It didn't really feel like it was enough. Like I was getting the attention, I was getting the recognition, but I wasn't really finding what I wanted to find because I was going about it the completely wrong way. And I realized that I was looking for people who only wanted the superficial. So this is when I turned my mentality into being more just a body positive type of person and not really caring about the physical attributes of the person that I'm looking for, and just, letting the cards fall where they fall. And to my mid and late 20s, after I got divorced from my ex-husband, I noticed I gained a significant amount of weight back because, you know, I was in a relationship, I didn't really care. Like, you know, you gain that love weight, I guess is what they call it. So I like looked in the mirror one day after I came back to Texas after he and I got divorced, and I looked at myself and I was like, oh my God, like what happened? Like I put in all this work and I just let it all go. And I lost weight again for the second time, and I noticed that I had loose skin. This was a giant problem for me. I ended up getting liposuction. I ended up getting a tattoo on my stomach to cover the stretch marks, and all of this was because I was ashamed of the fact that my body did something that was natural. I can't help my skin's elasticity. That's just not something that, like, that I can't change genetics. You know, it's stupid. And even though, like, now I still have all these people that come to me and they tell me, like, oh my God, Ty, you're so handsome. Like, I see all this work that you've done and all this other stuff. I sat there and I really thought about it, and I was like, why am I doing all of this? Like, why is it really that important for me to cover all these things that are normal, all these things that I shouldn't really be worrying about? So this is why I got into my, I guess we'll say, super body positive mode. Now it's really just kind of like sitting here and accepting the things that I have and the things that I can't change and the things that I won't change. I do live a very active, healthy lifestyle. I have a very, very strict diet that I adhere to because that's what I want to do. I work out pretty much every day because that's what I want to do, not because I feel like I need to do it for somebody else. Like, I'm doing it for me. I'm working out for me. I look good for me. I don't look good for anybody else. Something else that really sucks on top of the whole body dysmorphia thing and me not always looking in the mirror and seeing something that is not there. Like, I see, like I have abs, I have muscles. Like, I work my ass off to have the body that I have, but I still look at myself in the mirror and I see all these defects. In my mind, they're defects, these things that just should not be there. Like, I have stretch marks and loose skin and all this other stuff, and like, my butt will never be like the way that I want it to be. Making it sound like I have like this massive amount of like loose skin. That's not the case. I have like a little bit of loose skin, and it's not as tight as I want it to be, and it makes me super self-conscious. Because I feel like if someone else sees it, they're going to look at me and they're going to be like, oh my God, he has this loose skin, or his butt's not like perky, or his, you know, his lower abdomen isn't fucking like chiseled and all this other stuff. It's just like a bunch of dumb, superficial bullshit that does not need to be an actual issue. But the sad part about that is that I am a part of a community that does put physical fitness on a pedestal. So we all know that the LGBT community is very well known for being really, really nitpicky and cutthroat when it comes to people's appearances. And that's a really hard thing for me to deal with also, because I don't do that. I don't cut people down for how they look. I would never cut down somebody for how they look. I would never cut somebody down for being overweight or for being skinny or for being muscular or for being, you know, average body type. I don't care about that. I will be friends with absolutely anybody. I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to me and my love and how I like to give that love. It is very difficult being in this community and trying to be a positive person and a positive voice. Even though I guess you would consider a picture of the like anti-body positive jock asshole that you would expect to see in the gay community. It sucks because I do get lumped into that. People all the time think that I'm just some sort of giant, you know, but I'm not. But I guess that is going to be, I guess we'll say, my mission from this point on, is just to make sure that everyone understands their worth and that they don't need to do anything for anybody else, and that if you are happy with you, that's all that fucking matters. So we're gonna make this short. This is gonna, I guess, be my like intro into how I want to do this. I do have like a project that I wanted to do, and I have a couple friends that I've already approached about doing this, so and I guess I'll announce that whenever it's ready-ish. So if you guys like this video, I would appreciate it if you guys would follow me on Instagram at ty.bolton. I will leave the links down in the description box. Go ahead and leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Also, you guys can give me some sort of commentary or topics that y'all would want to talk about. I'm thinking about calling this Bed Talks instead of TED Talks because I'm sitting on my bed. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cute. So, yeah, y'all, I will talk to you guys later.